Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting episode on your favorite talk show on CNT TV. My name is Gloria. You're welcome to today's episode, and today we'll be discussing about something very important. It is very important because it's something that we need to talk about. The word truancy. And our topic today is truancy and the future. The price for skipping school. Now, today we want to get to understand and know I think is the price for skipping school. That is what we want to be talking about today.
Yeah.
And I have two beautiful ladies in the house. I love your smile.
Thank
Don't look
you.
at me with that eyes, please. I have Miss Ruth here, am I right? Miss Ruth, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What about you?
I'm very well. You're very welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
And I have Miss Grace. See that open teachers. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
I love your
You?
smile. Seriously.
Thank you.
Looks nice.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Now, back to the topic. Truancy. The price for skipping school. So, before we go further, let's take a quick, simple look at the word truancy. What does it mean inside?
Alright, thank you for giving me the honors.
You're welcome.
Truancy means the unexcused absence from skipping school.
Okay?
Alright, like for example, some students just give unnecessary excuses, maybe to parents or school authorities or guardians, giving unnecessary things without having a good reasons why they skip school.
Okay. Alright, Miss Grace.
Yeah.
Truancy, now that word truancy and the future. What do you think are most of the reason why children skip school?
Okay.
Unnecessarily.
Thank you for that. One of the reasons why students skip school is because of their peer pressure. So that is peer pressure when you have bad friends. There are children that have bad friends among them, and those friends corrupt them and tell them, why will you go to school? It's useless. Then we also have bad family background. There are children that they are being abused domestically and it affects them in the brain. When they come to class, they are not able to concentrate. So it affects them educationally. So they just avoid, instead of me going to school and I'm not seeing any results, let me just stay back. Now we also have another one, laziness. There are students that are lazy to study, they are lazy to read, they are not willing to write their assignments. You will call them when they come back from school, they will not do their assignments. So I believe with these 3 points I've been able to point out reasons.
Alright, wow, that is serious. So, Miss Ruth, now what happens to a child or children who skip schools, who are trans? What happens to them?
Well, number one point is they will have lower grades. For example, a student, like we have different individual differences. Now, there's a student who will be doing well academically, and the other one won't be doing well. Now, it's affecting that student due to maybe illness is the reason why the person is skipping, like my colleague said. Also, due to background check, maybe bullying, and it affects them psychologically, cognitively, and mentally. So this actually has so many effects on them.
Okay, so what do you think, is there any role the teacher can play in the life of a child who likes skipping school? Do you think there's any role the teacher or the teacher and the school can play to help this child stop skipping school, to help the child bring the child back to school?
Yes, a teacher plays a great role in helping that student. Now, for instance, because I love giving examples, I was once a teacher. If you notice a child who is lacking behind from other students, you don't call the child name or the people or students names. What you do as a teacher, you call the child close, get to know the reason why that child is lacking behind, and then address that issues. If mathematics is an issue for the child, you help the child. If it's maybe due to parental faults in the house, like for example maybe the father hits the mom or maybe there is no understanding in the family, you get to know because children are always outspoken. They will tell you what the problem is once you get close to them. And if, as a teacher, you cannot be able to do that on your own, maybe if the school has a counselor, a residential counselor, you can refer that child to a residential counselor and the counselor will take it up from there.
All right, thank you very much. Now, Miss Grace, do you think a lot of teachers these days, do you think they are actually interested in the well-being of their students or pupils as they grow up? Like a child who constantly skips schools, do you think the teachers are actually doing what they are supposed to do as teachers? They are playing their part. Do you think so?
I don't think so, because if teachers are playing their part well, we will not be having series of school dropouts. As a teacher, you're expected to make sure that that's why we have in school, we have what we call register. You know, you mark out students that are not coming constantly to class. Know the reason. Find out if it's something that you can help, even your money. Before I got admission to school, I was a teacher. So there are sometimes a student will not carry biscuits to school, and you see that particular student looking at his colleague, his mate eating biscuits. What I'll do, I'll use my money, go and buy biscuits for that child. So teachers, we are meant to look at the reasons why those children, if it's something you can do, you do it. If it's something that you have to involve the school management, you involve the school management to it.
Okay. Okay, now you said something about the fact that if a child is in school and maybe he or she sees the fellow pupils eating something, and because he or she doesn't have, you as a teacher will have to help the child. Now, do you think doing that as a teacher, it is your responsibility, or do you think that if doing that you're trying to help, but do you actually think it's a good idea as a teacher to get something for a pupil? What if it happens continually? Will you continuously keep giving that child something?
If I keep on doing it and I notice that it's something that is happening constantly, I will get to talk to the parents of the child.
Okay.
Even though it's 100 naira biscuits, Belozi, put it. Children, they observe their environment. Even a child that does not eat at all, when they come to school, they start eating. So, as a parent and as a teacher, you are supposed to 100 naira Belozi is nothing. No matter how poor a parent is, you are 100 naira biscuits, put it for that child to avoid begging or stealing. Because whatever character that child starts to display, it will still affect the teacher in the class and you that is a parent at home. Because that child will start bringing bad name to you, start stealing 100 naira to buy biscuits so that my friends will not laugh at me, so that I'll feel among. So I believe that the teacher needs to speak to the parents of that child.
All right, thank you. Now, Miss Ruth, what do you think parents can do? We've talked about the duties of a teacher towards a child. What do you think the parents can do in order to help stop this act of skipping school? As a parent, what do you think they should do? They should know when they notice something. What measures are they supposed to take to make sure that this child stops skipping school?
All right. As a parent, it is meant that you observe your child very well. You know, there are some parents that all they concentrate is work from morning till night. They don't even care to check on their child, to know how well their child is doing. All they do is they have a nanny in the house. After all, a nanny can do everything. So as a parent, get to know how your child is performing very well in the school. Check the child's assignments, and when the child brings back his or her notebook, get to know if this child is actually following what the teacher is teaching, and ask some questions. And when it comes to snacking, like my colleague just said, 100 naira Luxy biscuit is nothing. Though I won't advise that you buy as a teacher, because my head master told me that it is not good. You buy something for your child because the child might eat. You don't have anything in their heart, and something might happen, and they will come and arrest you and say you are the reason why the child died. So get to know. Tell the head teacher or headmaster or principal, this is it. This child is not having snacks. He doesn't eat. He doesn't even come to school with food, and he always begs from his classmates. Then the headmaster or head teacher takes it off from there, meet the parents, and then talk to the parents about it. So as a parent, it is a very big role. You don't leave all the duties for the teacher. After all, I'm paying school fees. So when my child goes to school, I've provided everything. It's not all about buying textbooks or paying school fees. It's all about getting to know how well your child is performing academically, psychologically, emotionally, all way round.
All right, thank you. Now, this word truancy, I believe we have different types of it. We have different types of this thing. So I think I want to ask types of truancy. Are there different types of it?
Okay. Types of transit. One, we have being in school, but not in class.
Okay.
You're in school. We can see this mostly in government schools. You see a child will greet his parents, I'm going to school, but the child is not in class. We also have being in school, and okay, we also have not in school, not at home. You are in school, you are not in school, and you are not at home. If they find you in school, you are not there. If they find you at home, you are not there. We also have being in school, but you don't involve in school activities. We have school activities. When I mean school activities, I have exercise, all this exercise, morning exercise. You're not following them in their games, sports activities, nothing. You are just there, introvert. You are just on your own. Whereby it is those things that can help to build the child. You are not only in school to learn, you're also there to learn morals, how to interact with others. So these are the types of transit.
Okay. The first one you said being in school and not in class. So can you explain that?
Okay, a child can be in school and not be in class. How? For example, in government schools, you see a child that will come to school and have his own set of friends that they will leave the class and go to a uncompleted building in the school environment to hang around, smoke. Even in government schools, you have students that smoke, SS1, SS2. The world now is turning to something else, that you have a child of 16, 17 can smoke very well. So that is what it means by being in school but not in class. That is why it's advisable for schools to make sure that all their building, there is nothing like a separate building, maybe an uncompleted building where students can come and hang around, because when they go there, a lot of things happen. They might see a female student, and drag that female student, that will cause to rape or
Alright.
something.
Thank you very much. Miss Ruth. Now she made the first one being in school and not in class. And she talked about the ones not at home and not in school. So how can a child leave for school in the morning and you're not at home, you're not at school? So let us understand
Okay.
the process.
When I mean by not in school, not at home, you leave school, you leave your home and tell your parents that you're going to school. When the school comes to the house, your home, to report that we have not seen your child for like 2 days, 3 days now in school, they'll be like, but he's going to school.
Yeah.
That is what I mean by not in school and not at home. You are not in school, but you're not even at home. That's what I mean by that.
Okay, for the one that children go to school and they don't participate in anything concerning that, is that, according to you, you said that's also a part of truancy, right?
Yeah.
Being in school and not participating in anything concerning. So what I want to ask is, being in school, does that mean that it could be like maybe the child is an introvert? Maybe he or she doesn't want to participate in anything, or he or she is not comfortable doing all those things. So I would like to know, how do you identify that as part of the word truancy? A child being in school and not participating. But quickly, before you answer that question, let's quickly go on a short break. I'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back, viewers, from the very short break. We are still discussing truancy and the future, the price of skipping school. Now, before we went on that short break, I was asking Miss Grace here. She talked about not being at home and not being in school. So I was asking how not being at home, not being in school, it's kind of like I don't understand it. How is it related, or how will I say, how is it part of that truancy? How can a child not be at home and not be in school at the same time?
Okay, thank you so much.
You know.
I'll explain this with an example.
Okay.
I can remember the time when I was teaching. And one of the days I was going to work and I saw a student, government school to be precise, going to play ball. They were playing ball
During school hours.
during school hours. I was like, what's this child doing by this time? And it was that kind 7, 8 o'clock where a child supposed to be rushing to the school gate, avoiding penalty for coming to school late. And you see a child going to play ball instead of them to go to school. So that is it. Not being in school and not being at home. And you see, you can also see this in the situation whereby a school, maybe a class teacher will write a report to the school management that this particular child is not coming to school. Then the school will send delegates to the child's family. They will now come to their family to ask why is this particular child missing classes. Then when they now come, they will now be like, this child is not even at home. We don't see him at home. He does not. Parents will now give reason that he leaves school. He leaves the home to school. But the teachers will be like, this child does not come to school. Thereby creating that confusion. It will not be as if the class teacher is giving lies. He's telling lies to the parents and to the school management. So sometimes it makes the teachers look foolish. I had that experience one time like that when I was teaching. That should be primary 4. That was last 2 years, 3 years ago when I was teaching. A particular child was not coming to school. Why? That child was living with her auntie. So the auntie told the parents that their child is going to school. But unknown to them that their child does not go to school. But they believe that their child is in school. And the number the girl gave us in school register, we have name of parents and or guardians or whatever. The child now had to put the number of the mom.
Right.
So we contacted the parents. The parents were like, my child is going to school. My child is going to school. How can you say my child is not in school? And it made me look like as if I was stupid. I don't know what I'm saying. Your child does not come to school. How will your child come to school? I'll be like, the child is not coming to school. So this is when I mean not being in school and not being at home.
All right, thank you. Now, that means a lot of parents actually have a large role to play
Exactly.
when it comes to, like you said, she was living with her aunt, which is the
Yeah.
guardian, and not with the parents. Now, whether the guardian or the parents, a lot of parents have roles to play, and we'll talk about the roles parents will have to play. Now, Miss Ruth, as a teacher, you said you were once a teacher also.
Exactly.
Have you in any way encountered something like this, a particular student or a child skipping school, not coming to school? And what was it like for you as a teacher?
Okay, let me use myself as an example. I remember one time like that during my SS3. Though our teacher then said we have a field work to do. So I told my parents that we have field work, and they later cancelled that field work. But I left home to school, and I knew that thing was cancelled because of my classmate's birthday. I had to use it as an excuse.
Okay.
I already know that they have cancelled these things, but I just told them. And I never knew my parents would come to school to pick me up because I told them it's by 4. So I was trying to hurry to go back to school. At least when they come, they will just pick me up. But when they came, the school was empty. They were they were asking. They said they didn't see any students and nobody came. And truly nobody came. My God, that very day.
It was something else.
I was beaten. I was being asked, where did you go to? I kept saying I came to school. My mom was like, I was in your school. I came, I parked my car and I was waiting, but the place was dry. I had to enter inside the school compound. And I was like, this one has passed.
You have to come out clean.
So one of my aunts said, since you don't want to say the truth, let me go to the kitchen and bring pepper and put in your bonbon.
Wow.
Immediately I heard that.
You had to confess.
That was when I confessed. I went for a birthday party, my classmate's birthday party, and we went to swim and the rest of the thing. My mom was like, was that so difficult for you to say? And definitely, my parents, they don't usually allow us go out like that. If you want to go out, you must have a reason why you are going out. Do you understand? So I was, when she said, not being at home and not being in school, my mind just flashed back to the experience I had. So that day I was beaten, and since then I find it difficult to step out of my comfort zone. So associating with people, sometimes if you invite me, okay, let's go for a birthday party or let's go for these, the trauma.
Oh.
Exactly. I'll just tell the person.
You don't know what you're getting.
I'll just tell the person, okay, there's no problem, I'll come. The next day I'll just tell the person, I'm sorry, I cannot come again. No reason. Why are you not coming? There's no reason. Because of that experience.
You just don't want to get...
Exactly. So I don't want something that, okay, I might call my mom, tell her I'm going to this place. She will tell me, who are you going with? Let me see the person's contact, this and this, that and that. Or maybe they will tell me, don't go. And then once I hear my mom say, okay, I've heard you, I'll talk to your dad, forget it. My dad will not.
No, that one is a no-no.
Yeah, it's a very big no for me. Okay. Now, being in school and not being in class, I also use myself as an example. I hated my mathematics teacher.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That's a general disease.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's like a general disease.
Exactly.
But a lot of children, when you see what is mathematics.
Even me too.
Like when I asked, sorry to actually cut you short. Like, I took my son, my little boy, I took him to school to register for secondary school. We got there, so he was given an exam to write for registration. So he did the rest. When he got to mathematics, he just took his pen. He marked. I was like, I said you don't read anything. He said, Mommy, mathematics and we are two
enemies.
I was like, what is there? If you put your mind into it, you then say, no, this one, I don't think my brain can even accept it. So I think I actually agree with you when you say you are a math teacher. I was in your shoes some time ago though.
That my mathematics teacher, before they brought him, I was understanding everything the other math teacher was teaching. But they brought in a stammerer.
Oh.
He will ask you any question, you will tell him yes. He will tell you, go and sort it out yourself. And he will teach. He will not make it he will not break it down for you to be able to understand. He will just teach everything at a stretch. You will ask him, sir, please, how did you get this thing? He will tell you that it's not his business. He has finished teaching. And he will go. So it was general in my class. We had to go to the headmistress. We reported. She said there's nothing she can do, that we have to manage him till the term runs to an end. So that made me, I didn't develop interest in maths. So anytime it is math period, because we have a timetable pasted on the wall, I'll just excuse myself, go to chemistry lab. I'll just go and be looking for what is not looking for me. Even my chemistry teacher then will tell me, you have class, now what are you doing here? I'll just tell him, yes, I know that we have class. I have tests after this math class, so I'm trying to read. I'm just using it to cover up. I just don't want him to know exactly what's happening. But when he found out, everybody in that class, and that math teacher, he flux. He flux very well that if he gives you classwork or homework and then you fail one, he will tell you your turn is 5 strokes. And he flogs us on our pom-pom, even as a lady. You bring out your hand, he will tell you he doesn't flog on the hand.
That's wrong.
He flogs on the butt. So it's like having trauma in mathematics. But when they changed him during our SS3 days, it was flowing. The other one they brought was really flowing, so it made us pick interest. So when she said being in school and not being that, having absent-minded, I can be in a class, I will not be learning anything because I no longer have that interest. Reason, because of the teacher that is teaching, not because of the subject itself.
Okay, so Oh, now that means teachers are also one of the reasons why children skip school.
Exactly.
And let me quickly ask, what do you think schools can do to ensure that children don't skip schools because of the teacher?
Thank you. That's a very good question. I would say, as the school management, you notice that these students are having this kind of complaints every time. Not just one, not two, not three. It's a general thing. You will try to find out. As the school management, you can go to the class, maybe when the teacher has not arrived in school. You get to know what is the problem, what's happening based on maybe it's English, integrated science, mathematics, or whatever the subject is. You try to get to know what the problem is. When you find out it's a general thing, you call the teacher, tell the teacher, this thing is a very big complaint, not just from one student, it's a general something. If the teacher refuses to amend his way, how I mean is, maybe as the school management, you can go classes by classes and try to find out after talking to the teacher to see if there's any changes. If there's no changes, you can change the teacher. You can sack the teacher, bring in a new, equipped, and talented teacher that can be able to teach that student or teach the students in the way that they will understand. Because, without mathematics and English, you can't pass your WAEC.
Sure.
So it's a general something. So mathematics and English is very, very important. Without maths, you won't know how to calculate money. You won't know the time. There are so many things without maths, you won't know them.
Okay,
Okay,
quickly.
I want to
Okay, go ahead.
contribute something to what she said. When she was saying the school management to look into the teachers and all that, it made me to remember when I was in SS2, my secondary school days, our school management, the owner of our school, was going from class to class. She would ask, these are the names of subjects, the names of the teacher, and ask us, how is this teacher? Is this person abusive? Does she insult you? We made mention, even the ones that we hate that do flog us too much, we'll make mention, we'll write out their names and say, and once she wrote out their names, immediately she's sacking you. She's not telling you change, don't change. So the school, even when you're employing new teachers, make sure that you're employing qualified teachers, teachers that can talk to the students calmly. There are teachers, they know how to teach, but they don't know how to talk to students. You don't know how to talk to a child, and a child will be calm. Know the kind of teachers you're employing in your school, because it is those teachers that will make students to come more in your school. Also, the school management to once in a while go to classes, check what their teachers are doing. Sometimes in a term we have 9 topics to teach. Only 5, a teacher will be able to cover 5 out of 9 topics to teach. So these are things that the school management needs to look into.
Okay. So I believe, because I was about to ask the causes of skipping school, causes of truancy. Now I believe the teacher is also one of the causes why students skip school. I believe we also have other causes. So quickly, because our time is running short, can you quickly give me 2 more reasons why children skip school? 2 reasons why children skip school.
Okay,
quick one.
one of the reasons is when there is not enough learning materials. When the school does not provide materials stable, when a child comes to school, the child will not sit on the floor. There should be desk, there should be chair. There are some schools provision of book and pen, pencil. Those things, when the child does not have it, and in government school, you see government school, some pupils, some students, they come from a home where their parents don't have, and they're not looking up to the school to provide because it's government school. When government does not provide those things, school doesn't provide it. What will the student do? They will want to go back. They'll be like, it's of no use, let's just go back. Then the school should pay their teacher's salary. This one now is going to the government. The government should pay to their teachers salary. When government pays their teachers salary, when they receive their salary on time, not late, not 1st of September, salary that's supposed to be received 25th or 26th of August. So they should pay. When teachers go for strike, before you know it, in a term they are going to strike 3 times, 4 times. Even parents themselves, they will be discouraged to send their children to school. So these are the causes.
Okay. Okay, so as we're rounding up, what do you think parents can do now to make sure that your own part as a parent from the home, what will you do to make sure your child does not skip school? To every parent out there.
I would say that to every parent out there who notices their child as skipping school should endeavor to look into the reason why that child is skipping school. And social isolation can also cause that. Maybe a child withdrawing himself from that particular thing. Get to know why that child is withdrawing from that aspect. It's not all about, like I said before, paying school fees or buying snacks and the rest of the thing. Get to know why that child is skipping school. It will definitely help. As a parent, when you look into that, your child will be free and feel comfortable telling you anything happening in school. Do you understand? Telling you anything happening. If the teacher is maltreating him or his fellow students, he or she can come back, mommy, see what my teacher did to this person. I don't like it. Everybody is human. Everyone has emotion, have feelings. Maybe a child can see where his other peers is being maltreated, and he will be feeling so down, and it will make the child feel like, okay, if my teacher can maltreat this person, who am I that my teacher cannot maltreat me? So as a parent, it is advised, look into your child, have a one-on-one conversation with your child, get to know why that child is skipping school, and get to know why he or she is not paying close massive attention in his or her studies. It will help.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Ms. Grace, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Ruth, thank you for sharing your insights on this topic. We appreciate it a lot.
Thank you.
And to our viewers out there, our young boys and girls, if you have been tempted to skip school at any point in time, please remember, your future is worth showing up for. Do not skip school. If there's any reason or something you think that is bothering you, you need to share. Share with your parents, talk to your guardians, talk to your teacher. Do not skip school, please. And to everyone out there, thank you for watching. God bless you. And please do well to follow us on our Facebook channel, on our YouTube. Subscribe, share, like, comment. We will be glad to receive your own opinion. Thank you for watching. I remain Gloria, your host. Bye for now.